The special election in Alabama was full of irregularities once all of the votes were tallied, and now Judge Roy Moore wants something done about it. Moore, who suffered an onslaught of unproven accusations and had basically the entire media against him, doesn't believe the results of the election are accurate. In fact, he believes there was massive voter fraud that took place in order to put his opponent, Doug Jones, into office. As a result, he's filed a lawsuit to stop the certification of the election's results so that his claim of voter fraud, which he believes to have proof of, can be investigated. Yahoo! News has more. The court filing occurred about 14 hours ahead of Thursday's meeting of a state canvassing board to officially declare Jones the winner of the December 12 special election. Jones defeated Moore by about 20,000 votes. Moore's attorney wrote in the complaint filed late Wednesday that he believed there were irregularities during the election and said there should be a fraud investigation and eventually a new election. This is not a Republican or Democrat issue, as election integrity should matter to everyone, Moore said in a statement released Wednesday announcing the complaint. Although despite Moore's complaint, Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill said he'll be certifying the election regardless. However, Moore claims his evidence is compelling enough to at least have a second look at the election. In the complaint, Moore's attorneys noted the higher-than-expected turnout in the race, particularly in Jefferson County, and said that Moore's numbers were suspiciously low in about 20 Jefferson County precincts. According to the Washington Examiner, Moore also took and submitted a polygraph test to Merrill that he says proves he didn't commit the crimes he was accused of. Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore says he passed a polygraph test proving the representations of misconduct made against him during his unsuccessful campaign are false. Also provided in the complaint is an affidavit from Judge Roy Moore stating that he successfully completed a polygraph test confirming the representations of misconduct made against him during the campaign are completely false, the Moore campaign said in a statement Thursday. Moore still has yet to concede the race, and he's been trying to raise money to investigate his claims of voter fraud, which, as we've previously reported, seem to have some credibility. From big league politics. Democratic activists are making a last-minute push to get out the vote against Roy Moore in Alabama by encouraging African Americans in Mississippi to vote in the wrong state. Sources on the ground in Alabama confirm that these tactics are real, and they are being used by supporters of Democrat Doug Jones. Big league politics received evidence of a Reddit call for African Americans in Mississippi to make a short trip to Alabama on December 12. That Reddit thread is still active. Similar calls have been made on Reddit for African Americans in other nearby states, including Georgia and Tennessee. The shocking report was seemingly confirmed when one of the campaign workers for Jones admitted on live television that he and others came from different parts of the country to both canvass and vote for Jones. The key word there is vote, as it's highly illegal to vote in a state that you don't live in. Why are you excited to see this victory? The unidentified campaign worker was asked. That's when he makes an admission that should trigger a full investigation into this election. Because we came here all the way from different parts of the country as part of our fellowship, and all of us pitched in to vote and canvass together, and we got our boy elected. Whether or not Moore's lawsuit is successful remains to be seen, but one thing is for certain, it seems like it's a good idea to investigate whether or not there was fraud, considering there's definitely evidence it took place.